Okay, so this isn't exactly an in-depth, knowledgeable person giving you the lowdown on how to actually install packages for Unity 2D. This is one very angry man who has spent the last, I'd say, 4 hours attempting to install something that every other tutorial on the planet told him, just put it in, and it works. It does not work, and I'm suspecting that this is something for all of Unity at this point, at least when it comes to their packages and trying to get things off of their GitHub or something. So if you're like me, you're having this problem. You're trying to add rule tiles to your tile sets, to your tile map, whatever. But nothing works. You do your best to actually grab the folder, put it in, you get some weird errors coming up. You go online and look it up, and you see other deprecated old forms where nobody answers the question, or somebody goes, oh, you just need to do blah and blah, and that doesn't work either. Okay, so I'm going to give this to you as succinctly as possible as someone who does not have any of this already, because these are the people that need a tutorial, and these are the people who are always shunned by tutorials, because every tutorial you see out there for rule tile set just says get it and then create it, and that doesn't work. So here's what you have to do. First, I wrote a lot of swears in my script. I'm gonna actually try and calm down. I was very angry. You need some nerd thing called get. And here is where you can download it. I'm going to put my entire thing, my entire script into the description so that you may follow this line by line. I describe it exactly as how it's supposed to be done. So, you go to here to get. You can just type in get and you get to this website. It should be one of the first ones. You don't need to click on downloads or anything. You click over here, this download right here. Now, I don't want to go through the whole download thing for myself again, but just pay special attention to where the path is. You want that path to make it easier for you, otherwise we can just use the command line later. Don't worry too much, just try and remember where you actually put the thing. It's then going to give you a lot of weird options, and those seem to be for people who actually know what they're doing and know what programming is. I don't know what that is, and if you're watching this, you don't know what that is. So, for the sake of both of us, after you've figured out the path, just click next a bunch of times until it's done asking you for things that you don't know. From there, you should have Git installed. Now, you don't know where Git is, and you have no idea what to do with it, and that's okay. So here's what you do. I'm going to make sure that I'm following this correctly. What Unity wants is it wants to have the path to the Git exe. I have no idea what a path is. I have no idea what an environment variable is, but I'm going to tell you where to find them so you can get this thing to work. So first you're going to press your Windows key. If you don't know what the Windows key, that's fine. What the Windows key is, that's fine. You click down here at your little start menu. You click inside the search anything. Type CMD. You go to the command prompt. Okay, it's going to list your C users, whatever the fuck that is. That's a made-up name. I wanted it to sound cooler than my real one. Who gives a shit? You're going to type where Git. Exactly where Git. This works. This just works. Apparently this can find anything on your computer. Who knew? It's then going to give you, you can see this, I'll probably zoom in or something unless I find that it is readable. This is where I installed it. This is where the Git executable is. This is what you need. Save this. Don't exit out of this. Don't alt-tab. Don't boomer yourself and click the X. Don't do it. Okay. Now what you do with this thing is you find your PC. Type in this PC. This is the easiest way to do it for me. You can probably do it from a documents menu somewhere. This is just the easiest way to do it. So once you're in there, you should see a little window pop up that says this. Ignore all this. You don't need none of that. Go to Advanced System Settings. Left. From here, you should be in the Advanced tab. If you're not in the Advanced tab for some reason, find that Advanced tab and click it. It's probably in the middle. It starts with an A. You go down to the bottom to Environment Variables. Click on that. Within here, this stuff is a bunch of the doohickey. You don't care about none of that. You go to Path. You just click Path. User Variables. Click Edit. Within Edit, I've already added a path, but I'm going to create a new path. You're going to want to do this too. Go to Browse. This is the easiest thing for all of us laymen who don't type file names all day. Go to wherever you have that file. Mine happens to be in D, in Git. This is where this comes in. You're finding this exact file. Mine's in D, Git, CMD. Yours is probably in the same thing, just wherever you put it. So when you finally find the Git folder, you then go to CMD and click OK on that, or whichever folder it's telling you the git.exe is in. You just got to make sure you got that. I want 2 of those in there, so I'm going to delete that one. So once you're sure you have that, and you're pretty sure whatever your command prompt gave you is whatever you have listed right there, click OK, OK, click OK. Should be fine from there. Now, Git is on your path. Whatever the hell that means, it's in there. That's good for you. Now, at this point, I'm pretty sure you have to restart your computer. I'm even going to tell you to restart your computer later because who knows? Who knows with things like this? I did this in an entirely different order because I didn't understand it. If you're following along exactly, then welcome back. Thanks for following my instructions. If you haven't restarted your computer yet, then shame on you. Naughty, naughty user. So from here, now you have a package or something. I don't know if all the packages behave like this. I have a feeling that maybe they actually do. But this is the only one I've ever had to download so far, and it wasn't in the package manager or something like that. So you're just going to download this whole thing. If you have a GitHub desktop, then you can do this whole clone it repository, then you just slap it inside the package folder. I'm not even sure that's actually necessary. You can just download a zip, go to your downloads. I have my downloads here somewhere. There they are. Go to your downloads, find the thing, extract it however you extract it. Just make sure that it's in a folder now. You have a folder of the thing that you are trying to put in there. Once you have a folder, now we're going to actually go to Unity. Go to where you have your Unity project set up. Find the packages folder. You want to do this in Windows Explorer because within Unity it seemed like it wouldn't let me actually put that in there. So go to your packages folder. This should already be there. This should already be made. You create a folder with this name. I'm going to link it. I'm not going to link it. I'm going to put it in the description within this script. Copy it, paste it. If you have beautiful eyes that can just see that and type it, then just do that. Just make sure it is named exactly this. All of your stuff should now be in there. There should be no problem. You might even see this little .git thing. That appeared when it started working for me, so maybe it'll appear for you. If you've installed Git, it's in your path and you've restarted your computer. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm just trying to help some other poor saps. Now, this should be the last thing, as far as I'm aware. You go to this lone folder called Manifest. It's the only other folder in here. In Unity, it'll look like there's tons of folders in here. But in your Explorer, this is the only file in here, the Manifest. You open that up, you type this exact line in here. You might need to add the comma. This added the comma automatically after it started working for me, but like I said, I downloaded it and did this in the opposite order, so I'm not entirely certain. Try it first without the comma. I'll have it linked in the description again. It's in the script. And if that doesn't seem to work, if it's giving you a bit of guff, put in the comma. See if that helps. Make sure you save it, Control S, or clicking the little floppy disk. I almost forgot that word for a moment. This whole thing. Right there, in the dependencies within the curly brackets. Hell, put it right under tilemap and collab proxy if that makes you feel better. I don't know if that's what it needs. I'm pretty sure it doesn't need that exactly. But there. At this point, hopefully, dear God, it should work for you. Maybe restart your computer again. I'm sorry if it doesn't. If you followed all the instructions exactly, this is essentially what I did. I just did it in a much more messed up order, so I can't really relay it back. But this feels like the order it should be done in. This feels like the clean way. So, starting back from the top, you need to have Git installed. You need to know where Git is installed, especially you need to know where its .exe is. The problem is it's not listed as a .exe. But if you use the command prompt, it will tell you where it's installed. You then go to your environment variables, which is within the properties of your PC. You can go back and see where that is again. You make sure to add the path directly to the exe. You make sure that path is pointing to the very folder that it's in. Not the top folder, not to D, directly to the folder that the .exe is in. Then make sure to restart your computer at some point because Unity and Unity Hub need to restart, but as far as I can tell, just closing them out and bringing them back up again doesn't actually restart them. Maybe there's some latent Unity Hub process that doesn't go away. I don't know, but restarting the computer finally did it for me. From there, you need to take whatever you're installing, whatever thing that's meant to be a package, you need to put it into your packages folder under the exact name of whatever Unity gives you. Because Unity gave me this. They did tell me that this is what it should be named. If I go back to their website here, not their website, but their GitHub, right here, this is where they're saying it. Packages, that's like the parent folder. Ignore the slash, that just means these are separate folders. Then this exact name. This name is what you want. And then you go to the manifest in the dependencies section, not under. I don't know why the hell they said under. In the dependencies section, put this exact string. Exactly. You have the newest version of Unity, none of this matters. Don't look at any of this. Don't confuse yourself. If you have the newest version of Unity, this should be it. And from there, if it still doesn't work, I'm sorry, but I would just try to share the wisdom of what I had because I scoured the internet trying to find out how to get this done. Hours later, I was finally able to get it. If it is working for you, you should find it under Create, 2D Extras, Tiles, and then there's your rule tile or your brushes that you're looking for. So if that's the final bit and you feel like you did everything and there are no errors and you still don't see rule tiles up here like everybody else's tutorials show them at, don't worry, they're down here, hopefully, if God loves you today. Okay. Thank you very much. I hope this helped you out. Godspeed, and good luck with your Unity projects.